Welcome, everybody. This is the Waves of Profit Hangout. It's our daily hangout, which we don't actually always do daily. Sometimes we do 3 or 4 days in a row. And surprisingly enough, Twitter doesn't like it. Our Twitter account got almost shut down because we did 4 5-minute videos, one after the other, and YouTube posts automatically to Twitter. And they said, "Hey, are you a real person?" And we are real people. So there you go.
I've seen you eat food. Robots don't do that.
That's right. We've had coffee together, so we know we're real. We hope you're real, because there's no point in you listening to us if you're not. And we hope that you like the idea of making 10% on your investment in 10 minutes. This is all about day trading, but it's not about day trading. It's actually minute trading. We should rename it, because there's no point in spending all day sitting at a computer waiting and waiting and clicking and everything else when you don't really have to. And our training shows you when the times are that you should be trading and when the times are that you should be having lunch, and what times you should be just like out at the beach playing golf or doing something with your honey. Having said that, we're going to be taking a look at May 22nd. What happened? Our goal is actually 3 trades that would have made you 10% in 10 minutes. Sometimes we do it in 10 minutes, sometimes we do it in 2 minutes, sometimes we do it in 20 minutes. But if you think on average that it could take you 10 minutes to make a trade from getting in to getting out, and you do that 4 times a week, you take a long weekend, that is a 40-minute work week, as opposed to the 4-hour work week, as opposed to the 40-hour work week, as opposed to the 80-hour work week that a lot of people do. So this takes practice, and we're not here to train you. We're here to show you that this is possible. And once you see it's possible for us to show you and do it, we are hoping that you will consider that maybe it's possible for you to do it. Below this in YouTube in particular, there are coupons for our introductory course, like what is an option and what are these candles and all that sort of stuff. And then we have a second course, which we've just launched a very short period of time ago, which shows you more of the strategies and all the things that Alan and I put together here for you. But we're not going to get into the details. We're just going to say, here, our program shows you this might be a good time to get in, and then after 10%, you get out whether you want to or not, because our goal is 10%. We're not about being greedy. Just about skimming a little bit off the top, kind of like the banks. You know, when you go into a Nordstrom or Costco or Walmart, you get your little credit card out and you swipe it, and $20 gets charged to you, and you buy your $20 product and you leave and you're happy. Well, Walmart's happy because you made a sale, and MasterCard or Visa or American Express is happy because they skim. They just take a little bit off the top, 2 or 3 or 4% every time you use your card. So when millions of people do that, they make gazillions of dollars. Well, we're not suggesting that you skim money off of other people. We're suggesting you skim money off of Wall Street, who is the big bad guy, according to some people. But it's kind of nice to take money off of the big bankers, and that's what we're all about. So, Alan, it's May 22nd. Well, it's not really when we're recording this, but this is what the chart is. Mm-hmm. What happened?
Yeah, and by the way, I like it to hitching a ride. You know, if you can get a free ride, because we're not driving the market, and that's one of the key distinctions that's important for the psychology.
You used two lines from an old 60s song, right?
Oh, I did?
You did.
Oh,
and
there
it's running through my head now.
Hitching a ride?
Hitching a ride.
Okay, all right. But that's going to come up in a separate YouTube video. Please contact Scott to have him sing a song for you. Back to the show. So here we are. This is the basket, which is the aggregate of the stocks that we're looking at. You know, this is the boiled down list from the 6,000 to the 40 that are worth trading. And I just want to point out a couple things here, because I got, some questions from people. It says, why'd you pick that stock? And this is not training, but we actually have people watching this quite diligently because they've taken the courses and asked some questions and they're serious about it. And they're using this actually in the right way because they know what, you know, this green tint means and this yellow does. So I'm just going to give them a little tip here. On this day here, it says very low volume start, cautious, conservative trading. Now the computer is figuring that out for us. It's based on math, so we don't have to guess or wonder. It's right there. But so you go, okay, great. And that's what this little cloud thing is here. It says, I probably shouldn't be trading. So the question is, and this is a little bit of trading, what do you do on those days, Alan? And it's like, well, I'll tell you, here's my little secret. I use the main list, and you'll see that sorted by D%, I've got Goldman Sachs and Baidu. They're the top ones. I don't use this all day long, but this is what I do use in the morning areas when I'm looking for a fast runner and I just don't have the confidence in what's going on. So here it's a fresh signal, and that's what you see on the chart. But that was the, how'd you get that one? Like, you know, that one's not to the rules. Yeah, but this is a bad market day, you know, like cautious conservative. It's not bad. It's just cautious conservative. So I picked this one. I hit the buy button and on with this because it was already showing itself to be a strong runner in a slightly green market that, you know, looking back at this is like nobody's doing anything and there's no volume. Do you really want to be here? Probably not. But if you did and you're good at it, until it settles in, you could have traded this one because it's above a previous high. It's got no volume. The market's not strong. I got the big G here. It's like, but you know, it's a decent trade. And here we go. Here's 1 minute, made nothing. 2 minutes, I'm up 4%. And I'm already cracked RB, right, on the previous candle. Let's go 1 more minute. It's still sitting there. You see it's got the blue star that says, yeah, I might do something. I'm going to give it another minute. Okay, I'm up a little bit of money, so I don't mind hanging in. The market is getting a little greener, but it's low volume. There's not a lot of life going on. Well, how about hanging in a little longer here? Well, you see, this is where what I generally do is, and this is why I included this one in today's conversation, is if it doesn't make me my 10% in 10 minutes, I leave. So here we're already 5 minutes into the trade. We started at 9:39. It's 9:44. So it's not time to leave yet, but it's looking like, why am I here? The market's starting to fade. So, you know, it might do it. So that's not the kind of trading I'm looking for. And just to save you the anguish of waiting, and you can look this day up, is you had to hang around a long time before you got your 10%. See, I would be leaving here on a slight profit. But if you wanted to hang around, because it hasn't said I'm going red, the market's still leaning green, you can hang around. That's not the style of trading. It was up to 8%. You know, this is like, it's not going up, it's not going down. I don't like it. You see here at 8%, I'd be gone. So, but you could, if you're willing to wait, you'd have to wait a while. You'll make your money. And it's right here, you're at 11%. So the point is, it's a bit agonizing to hang around for those trades. And this is why the market says, you know, it's not the best time to trade. Just don't, because you're at risk. But I showed you that one just because people have said, well, what about, well, here you go. So let's look at something that's a little bit better to trade. Now here, I got the G, the market's still kind of whatever, a little bit red. I'm nicely above a previous high. I have a little bit of volume on this stock, better than the other one that had like really bad volume. This one's got at least something. So I hit the buy already. We're going to see how this one turns out. 3%. You see, this is the kind of speed I like. Boom, we're up a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but we're up. So level, that's normal. But you see, it's still heading up. And just to back up a minute, it had to break this. If it doesn't break that point, that's part of the training. Then it's like, well, if it doesn't do that after a few candles, leave. But this one did. This is more like what we're doing. So you know, we're probably going to hit our 10% just because of the way this thing's going. 9%, 3, backs off, 5, 3. You know, it's a little bit tricky, but it is going that way. And remember, this is a junky day, and it's telling you up there. So you may have to hang around a little long, or better just on these few days not to trade. So you did get it. We'll say thanks and leave. And I got one more for you on this not so great trading day. Same kind of stuff. It's got the setup, the breakout. It's ready to go. I hit the buy already. So we're up a little bit. But because this is after 10:30, we know it's going to take a longer time. See, there I'm at 8% already. That's pretty good. But then it backs off, goes sideways, because it's that kind of day. And it tells you it's that kind of day right up there. Cloudy, mixed. It's not bright, happy, sunny. So there we're at 9%, and then it backed off to 8%, and then you finally get your 10%. And that took a while. That took almost a half hour. So here's the summary on a mixed day that I would recommend to not trade. Even though you can make money, I generally avoid it. So Goldman Sachs, it took us, I don't know how long that is, 40 minutes to get paid, 11%. Apple, that was just under 20 minutes. That was 16 minutes. And here's Monsanto. I always think Mon is good for monster. I have my opinion about Monsanto. I don't like what they do. Anyways, that one took also like 25 minutes to get paid. And it was just that kind of a day. And that's really about it.
Cool. Thank you very much, Alan. And if you've got any questions, you can probably get the answers in our courses. And I still have that echo going on. It's really weird. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We've got a whole pile of other videos you can watch. On the bottom right-hand corner, you can subscribe. And there. It was my microphone and where my microphone was. How about that? Cool. So yeah, so you can subscribe and then you're not going to miss any. And if you've got any comments, please leave them below. Would really appreciate that. We'd like to hear from everybody. And if you have this great website based in Russia or someplace like that, please don't leave a link to it. We really don't appreciate that. And for everybody else, happy trading, and we look forward to hearing about your success stories. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.